Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav Verma and I live in Dubai. I'm a product designer and I love to talk about design, career, and all the things that I really like to discuss about traveling, design observations, and all. So today there is one very interesting thing that I want to talk about, and that is what are tips and tricks from my side for the digital nomads? Because I have majorly worked remotely in my previous jobs, and I love to travel while working. I know I am pretty privileged to do all of these things, but there are many other people who love to travel along with working. And there are some things which I've learned while traveling. So I really want to share those things onto how can you manage your work along with traveling, how to optimize traveling, and how to, let's say, be aware of some of the things which I kind of learned the hard way. So those are the things that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So stay tuned for all the things. Okay, so the first thing that is very important to understand while traveling along with working is to, you can say, manage your work accordingly. So the best way that I find is that you should make a quarter plan at the start of the quarter itself and just see which weeks are the ones which are not that heavy for you, or if there are some of the heavy weeks, just try to complete the work before that, because that really helps you out. What I do is that there is a certain template, some design planning board that I follow. There is one video that I made on that, and there is an article on that also. You can see on this screen also right now that there is a design board over here. What it really helps in is that you have a plan before moving out. So you know, these are the days when I'm going to have lesser meetings, or if I am having any work, I've already completed it. I maybe just worked in the nights or maybe something like that, so I can just work accordingly. Secondly, even if there is some work that you have to do in while you're traveling, you can just work in the nights or while you're commuting from one place to another. So that is also one thing that you can do. Other than that, yes, it is a little difficult to manage along with that, but yeah, this is the way with which you can minimize the issues of managing your work. Also, I know that there are some people who do not like to work along with traveling. They try to detach these things as much as possible, but yes, it is for the people who like to travel along with working. So yeah, that is just a word of caution over here. Okay, so second very important thing that we need to understand while working along with traveling is to keep your manager in the loop. What I have experienced in my past is that obviously I have been very fortunate to have very good manager along with me, but I try to you can say communicate everything to the manager that, see, these are the days when I'm planning to travel, these are the work that I need to do, these are the work that I've already completed, these are the meetings that I need to attend. So just don't worry, I will be available, and I would try to be as effective as possible whenever required. So if you are fortunate enough to have a good manager, they would understand. The best thing is that, and the most important thing is that, even if something goes wrong, there will be a manager who will be there to save you, or maybe just who will understand. But for that, you need to have a very good impression and a rapport for that. You need to work very hard on the days when you are there working and not traveling. You need to build an impression that yes, this is a person who I can trust on. This is a person who is just traveling but is sincere in his or her work. So that is something that if you are able to maintain, then any manager just wants this thing, that you are sincere towards your work. If you are able to maintain that, then it is going to be very helpful to you in the longer run while managing things with your manager. So the third thing is for the people who keep saying that, okay, if you're traveling, you need a lot of money, right, along with working. So that is something that I really feel is very easy to manage, and that is to have accommodations where you are spending less. Try to choose some hostels or some cheap Airbnbs. The very good thing about hostels is that, first of all, you get to have a cheaper options. Secondly, there are many good hostels who are providing you the places for work also. For example, hostels and Ghost Stop are some of the options for me. When I was traveling in India, I used to choose these hostels only whenever I used to travel, because they help you out providing spaces for work. They help you with Wi-Fi. They also help you with the food. So that is one very good option while you are traveling. And one of the biggest positives is that you get to meet some amazing people over there. Most of the amazing people who I found while traveling, I found them in the hostels only. And sometimes you are fortunate enough to maybe just make further plans with them. And I've also seen many people who have landed up jobs while meeting these people in these places. So, or just any other opportunity or business opportunity also. So yep, that is why I would suggest you to choose some hostels Again, this is something when you are not traveling with your family, or like, again, this is based on your preference. If you're a kind of person who likes to have their privacy, then obviously you can choose some Airbnbs or any hotels also. But yeah, this is based on my experience, and this has really worked out for me. Fifth point is pack smartly whenever you are going to some remote areas. Obviously, whenever you are traveling to different parts of the world, everywhere you will not find everything, right? So, for example, when I was going to Cherrapunji or when I was going to any other remote place, maybe somewhere near Kodaikanal, I packed very minimal. Like, I packed just a bag in which I had all the essential things. I just had one or two shorts and t-shirts. I just had one pair of shoes. That's it. So I believe that people want to have certain kind of accessories with them whenever they are traveling, but just try to be as minimal as possible, because when you're traveling, you do not want to carry more and more stuff with you. And when you pack smartly, you're able to travel more easily. So this is the point over here. There's one very good article, by the way, that you can see over here. I will also leave in the description the link of that. This has very well defined like what to pack when you are traveling. So you can just have a look at this article also. Fifth point is that always carry food with you and also some water. You just never know where you will find food or not, where you will find water or not, and especially with the people who are vegetarian or have certain options or certain you can say restrictions on the kind of food that they want to have, or also in the places where you do not find the food that you really like. For example, some people who go to these South Asian places, they sometimes they are not able to find the food that they want to have, right? So just carry the food with you. The best idea is that if you're staying in a hotel or in a place where you already have the food over there, just pack some extra food over there. The best thing that we used to do was that in the breakfast buffet, we used to just pack some extra parathas, rotis, sandwiches with us, and we used to go with that. Just keep that in your bag. Like, the worst that would happen is that you would not have to eat that food. So you can just leave that for any of the animals over there. They can eat that. Another important thing is that carry a bottle with you and with water, because again, it is, you just never know if you will find water anywhere or not. So just have a bottle. There are some of the very good bottles that I have found whenever I was looking out on Amazon or any other place. So these are some of the links on those bottles. You can just have a look at it. And for the food, just have some nuts and some candies or whatever you like. Just have very small pouches of that. You can just see that on the screen also. Like, this is how you can pack those. So that is also really very helpful whenever you are going for a trek or whenever you are just outside. Like, these are very good to keep your stomach filled for a longer time, and this takes very less space in your bag or in your pockets. Emergency preparedness. You again never know what can happen when you're traveling, especially when you're trekking. I remember I have been to places where you are trekking, it is raining, you just fall down, and you need to have some things with you. So have a very small first aid kit with you, in which you have an ointment, pain relief spray, pain relief, you can say pills, fever pills like any paracetamol or something like that. And along with that, have some small poly bags with you, because you just never know when it is raining or when you have some wet clothes, right? Or sometimes when it is raining, you want to save your phone and wallet. So just have some small poly bags with you. You can wrap it pretty properly. Again, it takes very less space, but these poly bags are very helpful whenever you are traveling. Okay, so tip 7 is, again, what was the basic reason of traveling? It was to understand more about people, more about that place. So try to immerse yourself completely into that culture. That is why I always suggest that choose public transport whenever you're commuting between the places. I know that it does not provide you the best luxury or best comfort, but sometimes it is very helpful to observe the people. There's actually one very good article also that I've written on it, like how you can observe people better in a local transport. Because especially for the creative people or designers, you have to have the ability to observe people and understand different cultures, and the best place for that is a public transport or any other local place. Like, just sit in a bazaar or in a market in the middle of that, have the tea from the smaller shopkeepers, right? Because that is a place where you see the real people. Okay, so the next thing is that you need to learn basic survival skills. Okay, so like, it is like cooking, knowing how to ride scooters, setting up a tent, or maybe changing a tire, because these are very important whenever you're traveling to remote places. It is possible that at times you cannot find the people or the resources to solve a thing. So if you know these things, these are a very, very big plus for you. So if you can, just learn these things. Very, very important. It can save you a lot of money. It can save you from a lot of emergency issues or a lot of problems. So these are some things that you can work on. Now the final point is that document your journey. Now this is something that I really love to do. Whenever I go to a new place, I love to observe those places, document the learnings that I made, click photographs, and just have something with me that I can carry with me forever. I simply just post that on Medium also, on LinkedIn also. So that just stays with me as a source of inspiration in a longer run. So you should really do that, because that helps you reflect in the longer run. What all did you even do when you were traveling? That is all. Did I miss anything? You can just put it down in the comments. And if you felt that there was anything that I can improve in this particular thing, or if you want to just suggest anything further on it, please do comment on that. Also, if you like this video, just click on this like. And also there is one more video that I can really like, which is about the observations, design observations that I've done. There is another video about that. You can just see that in the I button. Or maybe I'll just put a link of that in the description or comments below, so you can just have a look at that. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I will just put down the link of that in the description below. And if you want to have a one-on-one call with me, just book a call on TalkMate. I've already had conversation with many people, and most of them had a very good experience. You can just see the testimonials over there also. So that is all. Like, just please consider liking and also subscribing to this channel. It is very helpful for me in the longer run. That is all. Until the next video, I would just say peace. Bye bye.